And truly, it demands something godlike in him who has cast off the common motives of humanity and has ventured to trust himself for a taskmaster. Spiritual Emerson. Health, contentment, and trust are your greatest possessions, and freedom your greatest joy. Sayings of the Buddha. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Nothing can bring you peace but the triumph of principles. Spiritual Emerson. Real education is a liberation. Nietzsche. Without discipline, he has no understanding or inner power. Without inner power, he has no peace. And without peace, where is joy? The Bhagavad Gita. Style break. This printed scarf is worn loosely and openly draped. If it was a more uniform print, it might be better worn at the center in a vertical fashion. Unless this center has been found, you're torn apart. Tension comes. Now, the Buddha's word is nirvana. Nirvana is a psychological state of mind. It's not a place like heaven. It's not something that's not here. It is here in the middle of the turmoil. Power of myth. In all of these journeys of mythology, there's a place everyone wishes to find. What is it? The Buddhists talk of nirvana. Jesus talks of peace. There's a place of rest and repose. That's a place in yourself of rest. There's a center out of which you act. The power of myth. Style break. Printed clothing. If you are wearing an all-over print in your clothing, especially top and bottom, then keep the accessories solid but bold to not get lost. Nirvana is what? It's the condition that comes when you are not compelled by desire, or by fear, or by social commitments, when you hold your center and act out of there. Power of myth. You're never alone. The ancient texts will light your way. A word here on why this journey is much more difficult without spirituality. The main answer is courage. Why do prey animals travel in herds? Safety. There is safety in the herd. The animal who strays, who goes off alone to follow his own path, is vulnerable to dangers that members of the herd may not face. It's the same way with traveling your own path and finding your own unique treasure, your own mission and purpose. Society loves conformity. You will need a lot of courage to go against this and be unique and authentic. It is truly a magical path of fun and adventure. However, this does not mean you won't experience suffering from time to time, only that you will have the tools and ancient wisdom necessary to better handle the suffering. We should not be afraid of suffering. We should be afraid of only one thing, and that is not knowing how to deal with our suffering. Handling our suffering is an art. If we know how to suffer, we suffer much less, and we're no longer afraid of being overwhelmed by the suffering inside. The art of living. The path will not be easy, and there will be times when you might feel very scared and lonely. The spiritual texts from hundreds and thousands of years ago will provide the perspective and words to inspire and motivate you. They will remind you that in the end, we all face the same fate. So carry on, because you have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Style break. Highly saturated colors. The best neutrals to pair with highly saturated colors are black and white. Dull colors work best with beige and browns, and gray works with all colors. They will provide the beautiful words of wisdom to keep you going. Otherwise, without this spiritual foundation, it's too easy to go back to the herd, even if you are miserable there. You will need a lot of courage to take this journey and to find your treasure. There will be dark times, and spiritual teachers from the past will provide the light in these times when no one else understands what you are going through and may even secretly want you to fail. This is unfortunately very common. Expect it and feel compassion for those around you. If the traveler cannot find master or friend to go with him, Let him travel on alone rather than with a fool for company. Sayings of the Buddha. There is one road along which no one can go except you. Do not ask where it leads. Go forward. Nietzsche. Style break. In this picture, a bright pink dress is worn with black and white layers and accessories. The heavy is the root of the light. The unmoved is the source of all movement. Thus, the master travels all day without leaving home. However splendid the views, she stays serenely in herself. Why should the lord of the country flit about like a fool? If you let yourself be blown to and fro, you lose touch with your root. If you let restlessness move you, you lose touch with who you are. Tao Te Ching. Style break. Mixing warm and cool colors. It's possible to mix warm and cool colors, but you need to stay organized. Keep the clothing in one tone, cool for example, and all the accessories can then be warm. Try not to use too many shades of color. By watching and working, the master makes for himself an island which the flood cannot overwhelm. The fool is careless, but the master guards his watching. It is his most precious treasure. He never gives in to desire, he meditates. And in the strength of his resolve, he discovers true happiness. Sayings of the Buddha. No one can build the bridge over which you must cross the river of life, except you alone. Nietzsche. Style break. In this image, beige clothing is worn with purple accessories. Note how only one shade of beige and one shade of purple are used. Otherwise, the look would become chaotic. The unimaginable beauty that awaits you. This is the shining way. This is the way of brightness. You are strong. You are young. It is time to arise, so arise, lest through irresolution and idleness you lose the way. Sayings of the Buddha. It's important to live life with a knowledge of its mystery and of your own mystery. And it gives life a new zest, a new balance, a new harmony to do this. It's therapy, psychological therapy. When people find out what it is that's ticking in them, they get straightened out. The power of myth. Style break. Dresses. A loose, shapeless dress will come to life with a belt and a cropped jacket. What God wants is that you should make the most of yourself, for yourself and for others. Science of getting rich. But the man and woman of 70 assume to know all. They have outlived their hope. They renounce aspiration, accept the actual for the necessary, and talk down to the young. Let them be lovers. Let them behold truth, and their eyes are uplifted, their wrinkles smoothed, and they are perfumed again with hope and power. In nature, every moment is new. Spiritual Emerson. Does this resonate with you? It's not that traveling and consumption can't be enjoyable, but it will never satisfy us the way an inner journey will. The outer beauty we see is the icing on the cake. The cake itself is our inner growth and self-expression. Icing alone becomes too sweet, overloading our senses, and less satisfying. In fact, it can make us sick. Style break. Dress, belt, and cropped jacket, an easy way to look polished and feel pretty. Detached from external contact, he discovers joy in himself. Delights from external objects are wombs of suffering. A man able to endure the force of desire and anger before giving up his body is disciplined and joyful. The Bhagavad Gita. My own mind used to wander wherever pleasure or desire or lust led it, but now I have it tamed. I guide it as the keeper guides the wild elephant. Sayings of the Buddha. We are subject to the urge of life, seeking expression, which ever drives us on to know more, to do more, and to be more. Science of getting rich. Style break. Belts and jackets. Wear a belt under a cropped jacket and over a longer blazer. The only way by which we may secure possession of power is to become conscious of power, and we can never become conscious of power until we learn that all power is from within. There is a world within, a world of thought and feeling and power, of light and life, and beauty, and although invisible, its forces are mighty. The world within is governed by mind. Master Key System. This travel guide is for your inner world. It's a place more beautiful than you can imagine, more beautiful than any place you can visit on planet Earth. It is the heaven and nirvana that we've heard about, and it is here and now, not a place you have to visit after you die. We live in God's world, but we do not in the least know it as it is. Heaven lies all about us. It is not a distant locality afar off in the skies, but all around us now. But because we are lacking in spiritual perception, we are unable to recognize it. We are unable to experience it. The Sermon on the Mount. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Heaven is right here and now. When Christ said that heaven was within us, he meant just what he said, that the power for happiness, for good, for everything we need of life is within each one of us. Secret of the Ages. Close your eyes for just a moment and try to imagine the most incredible, beautiful place you could ever visit. Is there a lake or ocean view? Maybe there are gorgeous flower gardens with the scent of roses in the air. Maybe the breeze is warm and comforting. Perhaps there is soft music and the sound of laughter. People you love are there and welcome you, so happy to see you. Let's go even further into fantasy. Perhaps the ground is paved with brilliant jewels. Butterflies flutter about. The most delicious feast awaits you with all your favorite dishes, the freshest, ripest fruits and vegetables, sparkling champagnes and drinks to delight your taste buds. Style break. Start with one item. When planning your outfit, start with an item that brings you joy. Then build the outfit from there. The world is your kaleidoscope, and the varying combinations of colors which at every succeeding moment it presents to you are the exquisitely adjusted pictures of your ever-moving thoughts. As a man thinketh. All of this beauty and joy is within you right now, simply waiting to be discovered. You can create your own inner world as each day passes, and there are no limits and no boundaries. Is it easy to find? Of course not. Otherwise, everyone would have their treasure. But the main point is that it is doable for anyone at any time. You could be put in a prison, but in your mind dwell in the place I described above and feel as happy as if you were there in your body. That is the absolute power of this journey. And this is not overestimating it in the slightest. If anything, there are no words to adequately describe the beauty of this place within you. Your treasure is waiting for you, sitting quietly until that time you discover it. Why wait? Your life and youth will begin again when you begin the quest for your treasure. Style break. This outfit started with the scarf, and everything else was chosen to complement it. He who cherishes a beautiful vision, a lofty ideal in his heart, will one day realize it. Cherish your visions. Cherish your ideals. Cherish the music that stirs in your heart, the beauty that forms in your mind, the loveliness that drapes your purest thoughts. For out of them will grow all delightful conditions, all heavenly environments. As a man thinketh. Heaven, hell, and nirvana, everything is inside you now. Heaven and hell are within us. All the gods are within us. All the worlds are within us. They are magnified dreams. Power of myth. Style break. Matching colors. Rather than trying to match a particular color, you can pair it with neutrals and metallics. Heaven is the realm of spirit and substance. without age or discord or decay, a realm of eternal good. And yet, to our distorted vision, everything is aging, decaying, wearing out, getting born only to die, blossoming only to fade. Sermon on the Mount. Too often we don't see the vast possibilities within us. We try to be practical about our limitations, about what we can and can't do. And without taking this inner journey, most likely we vastly underestimate our own potential. We don't want to shoot for the stars because we think we can't reach them. But the real problem is that we don't even know what these stars are. We don't know what we really want. When you know the truth of being, you are, as a literal fact and not merely in the rhetorical sense, the absolute monarch of your own life. You make your own conditions and you can unmake them. You make and unmake your own health. You attract to yourself certain kinds of people and certain conditions, and others you repel. You attract to yourself riches or poverty, and peace of mind or fear, entirely in accordance with the way in which you govern your kingdom. Sermon on the Mount. Nirvana is a pleasant state of coolness and freshness that we can all touch in this very life, by using mindfulness, concentration, and insight to transform our suffering in the here and now. Nirvana is not some distant place in the distant future. Art of Living, Thich Nhat Hanh. If you would perfect your body, guard your mind. If you would renew your body, beautify your mind. As a man thinketh. Perfect is the pattern, and perfect will be the result. You see yourself surrounded by the thing that you desire. More than this, you are the thing that you desire. Creative mind and success. In the center of your own soul, choose what you want to become, to accomplish. Keep it to yourself. Imagine yourself to be what you want to be. Creative mind and success. Start now, today, because tomorrow may never come. The point is to start as soon as possible, regardless of your age or where you are in your life. And the more you open your mind to possibilities, the more paths will open back to you that you could never imagine. You truly can be anything you wish to be. This journey will show you how. It's all about baby steps. Stay focused on the next step, the next stop on the journey, and you'll move toward the treasure without realizing it. We are making our environments by the creative power of our thought. Creative mind and success. Life is what we make it from within and never from without. We are just as old as we think we are, no matter what the number of years may have been that we have lived on this planet. Creative mind and success. For some people, time won't be an issue. You have plenty of time on your hands and can easily make a place in your schedule to go on your inner journey. For others, something will have to be sacrificed to make the time. Your life is busy. Maybe you have responsibilities, kids, grandkids, work. Everyone's priorities are different. Decide what you want to give up that isn't serving you and make time in your life for the things that matter more. Let go of friendships that aren't mutually beneficial. It is up to each person to take a good hard look at how they spend their time and see what might be able to be replaced with this inner journey. But be sure that it will take time and effort. True change always does. There is no final destination. This trip keeps going. This trip won't end until you take your final breath. There is no final destination beyond movement toward more contentment and self-realization. There is no mastery to be obtained. Spirituality is a practice. Growth is a practice. Expression is a practice. You are never done. We have to work at living spiritually at every moment and at staying on our adventure. You will make mistakes. You will go off the path and get lost sometimes. You will lose your temper. You will feel restless, sad, skeptical, discouraged, and fall into old habits. But then when you are ready, you will get up and try again. Remind yourself of the teachings. Reread or re-listen to this book and then plan your next step. Find more teachings that connect with you and support you on your path. Surround yourself with positive, supportive friends who are also on their own inner journey. Forgive yourself often and easily for all errors. This is how we can move forward with our spiritual progress. Most of all, keep an open mind and have fun. Let's begin. Thank you for listening to part 3 of The Best Day of Your Life, a guide to your inner treasure and outer style. For more information, please visit www.shayabrims.com or follow us on Instagram @shayabrims.